Hey, Shalom Akim, Yabashima Shai, Barakatam, Basham Kwakadash. This is Brother Nasha again with the DC camp. Just to keep the Akim aware that, we as the Israelites, the men of the Lord on the highways and byways, we just have to go into history, every now and then. Because, here we have the image of Theodore Roosevelt, the American president. Again, you have the Gadites on the right side, of the horse, as well as Mr. Roosevelt, and then you have Judah on the on the left hand side. So it's important I can have a better understanding of what's going on, man. Folks just go to this museum, they think it's just entertainment, but it's all part of the prophecy of Most High being revealed in our faces. So when brothers we're listening to the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well in righteousness, double honors and salutations to them. They really told us what it really meant, man. That it was just the elite making mockery of the nation of Israel. That Esau's glad he's back in the power seat, and then he's basking in his glory. Okay. But now that he realizes that things are not going according to plan, he's angry, he's frustrated, coming up with all type of attacks and gimmicks to discourage the men of the Lord from going out there on the highways and byways. So it's important I can stay steadfast in this truth, because it's important, we proclaim the word of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Alright, so I'm going to go to the book of, just start Isaiah, the book of Isaiah. Chapter 42, and then read verse 22. So it says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none deliver it, for a spoil, and none saith restore. So that lets you know, man, that fits the nation of Israel to a T, man. The curses that came upon our nation, it's evidence, it's evidence who we really are in the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai, Ba'asharam Kwakadash, that we are the true nation, the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the Israelites spread out throughout the four corners of the earth. There is no if, ands, or buts about it. The Spirit of the Most High will always reveal who His people are. Okay, because the nation of Israel is in captivity, throughout the four winds. And the Most High has already spoken about it, man, that was going to happen. And then, because we disobeyed the Most High's commandments, we did not hold on to those prophecies, while, way back then, we're still in the land of Israel. Then the curses took hold on us, and it was for a sign. Wherever we go, we're the butt of all jokes, lived in the ghettos and the slums, last hired, first fired, poor health. Jake is bugged out on the streets, even all these psychological facilities. You have so many Jakes out there, man. Jakes is just bugged out, living out there in the parks. So it just lets you know, man, that is part of prophecy. And then if you look at how the Most High is going to turn things back, because it's just the Most High's way of letting us know that His ultimate power, and He does as He pleases, and then He has His laws, which we forsook, that, we had to bear the brunt of. So, since Esau is claiming that he's the righteous power, he's going to bear the brunt of the Most High's indignation. Okay? So this is Exodus chapter 22, verse 4. It says, if, okay, it's concerning theft, because we are a nation robbed and spoiled. So this is Exodus chapter 22, verse 4. It says, if the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or an ass or a sheep, he shall restore double. Because the nation of Israel are like a livestock, to the Most High, you know. So it's important that, we go into the history of these things, man. We can't just overlook the works of the Most High, I mean, here and there, it's important, but nonetheless, brothers, just gotta stick with the knowledge that the Most High has given us, which is in this law, statutes, and commandments, as well as the prophecies. Okay, so it's gonna happen. There's nothing the elites could do about it. They're gonna pay double for the theft. And then if you look at Exodus chapter 21, verse 16, it says, he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Okay, so that's exactly what the Most High has in store for these Edomites, man. So they can't run away from it. That's their judgment that's coming. So they're upset. They lie in wait, trying to setting traps and snares for Jake. Jake is snared up in the prison houses. So it's a terrible state to be in, man. Folks get locked up. They don't have an idea of what their fate is gonna be. Folks getting thrown in jail for not paying taxes. For child support. For not showing up to court to get thrown in jail. So things like that, man. That's one of the things. Well, few of the list of things that the Most High is angry with Esau for, man, but most notably for taking his people and misusing them, man. Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, insulting the Most High, bragging against Yahweh Shai. So the list goes on and on, man. So this Edomite elite, they have a lot to answer for, man. They're just a poor bunch of folks, man. They're upset, but that's just their destiny, man. To be recompensed for the wrong they've done to the nation of Israel. Okay, so this is Isaiah chapter 40. Start from verse 1. It says, comfort ye my people, said the Most High, your power, said the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she had received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins. Okay, so it's important that I can know that our captivity is almost over. The men of the Lord are growing, daily. The wisdom of Most High is becoming more evident. So we just got to share that knowledge. We got to share the burden with the younger Akim coming, and joining the camps of Great Millstone, wherever they are on the face of the earth. Because it's a time of prophecy, the year of prophecy, the year of 2018. So these elites, they know that they're going down, man. They know that the angels are already showing themselves and they're ready to take Esau down. That's why, they have the so-called space program. Alright, so I read that Revelation chapter 18, verses 6 and 8. It says, I'll start from verse 4, Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague. So, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shai that depart from the ways of wickedness, the way of unrighteousness of the so-called white man's kingdom, the way of the Edomites, they're going to receive salvation, man. They will not partake of the plagues, the nation that the Most High is going to pour upon this place. Then verse 5 says, For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. So the iniquities of the nation of Edom, and most notably the iniquities of America, is going to come in remembrance before the Most High. Just like the iniquities of the Amorites, before we went into the land of Israel, okay, the Most High had to let certain things happen. Then verse 6 says, Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. Okay, and then verse 7, which is the main point, how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So that's what this image lets you know, man, that the elites, the folks that put this presidents in office, they've been living deliciously for centuries. And now that their judgment is coming, they have an issue with it. So this Revelation chapter 18 verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. So that's the nation of America right there, man. Even the elites have that same mindset, because they've been used to being in that position of authority, not anyone being able to defy them. They get that illusion that they never be brought down. But now they're being brought down in the spirit of Yabashim Ashaba Shama Kwakadash. Okay? Alright, so verse 8 says, Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh, who judgeth her. Okay, so that's exactly what's going to happen to America, man. The destruction that's going to come is going to be a righteous judgment, There's no way around it, So the elites have had their, their feel, the feel of enjoyment, of enjoying the riches of this world. The earth is messed up. They've turned the earth into a trash can, man. And now that Yahweh Shai is on his way to return, the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American, the Northern Southern Kingdom, they're going to be reunited in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kadash, and they will be used to take down the elites. That's a promise. That's a promise that the Most High made. And it's going to happen. It's a process. That you have to be patient, man. It's gonna take a while, but you just gotta hold on, man. You gotta suffer patiently. You gotta deal with all the garbage of this society. And pray that Yahweh Shema Shai gives you the guts, the courage to deal with it, man. So you don't fold under pressure, because this place is gonna go down, and it's gonna take a lot of people with it. So Akim just gotta pray that Yahweh Shema Shai gives you that spirit of sincerity, that you're able to hold on to the end, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, to get delivered. You get changed to your rightful appearance. And with that being said, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. The sincere Akim doing the work of Yahweh Shai. without reservations. You just gotta hold on, you gotta be steadfast. There's no room to be complaining that the work is too hard. You just gotta pray that Yahweh Shema Shai put that spark in your spirit, to go into all these things, man, because this earth is filled with all kinds of signs, you know, articles and statutes and even books, all kinds of events that you could look into, and then filter it through with the precepts, So, the nation of Israel will rise again. Thus say the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai Ba'Shana Kadash. And there's nothing the heathen can do about it. They're just gonna envy us, we're gonna have them in subjection. And that's just the way the Most High loves it, So Shalom.